Last night I was sitting on my couch, like literally almost falling asleep. We were watching a movie with my husband, and I got a $6,000 sale last night.
I want to change lives. I want to show people how to progress in their money. I want to show people how to progress in their mindset. I want to show people how to progress in their brand, so that way they can take care of their family, take care of their finances, and experience freedom.
Hello, Nikolina. Thank you for joining us for our Progreda podcast, where we are highlighting our clients and their successes using our platform. Do you mind introducing yourself and your business?
Yes, absolutely. Hi, it's a pleasure being here. My name is Nikolina Tepavac. I'm the founder of Glam Sophisticated Makeup Academy here in Las Vegas. And I have been a professional makeup artist for about 7, going almost 8 years now. Excuse me. And I have been doing this, doing makeup for so long. And my wish was always to start teaching others, beginners, and helping them how to start a freelance makeup artistry business, to turn their passion for makeup into a business, so they feel confident when applying makeup on clients professionally.
All right, awesome. How long have you been having your academy?
I have had my academy for about 2.5, going on 3 years now.
And how has it been shifting from, you yourself doing makeup to now teaching people and having this academy?
It definitely brought my business to the next level. I love teaching. I used to be a freelance makeup artist. I used to travel to other hotels and homes. So that has been an amazing journey. But traveling so much definitely took a toll on me. I was getting more tired. And I always wanted to make more money and take my business to the next level. So by having my own studio, having my own academy, having one place where I teach, and I was still servicing clients in the first 2 years of a business as well, while I was running the academy. So it was much easier than having to go out and do appointments. Also, a lot more responsibility, because now, running a school is definitely something that's, not everyone can do, definitely, because you not only teach, at least I was instructor for the first 2.5 years. I was by myself. Not only that I was teaching, but I was also running the business by myself as well, enrolling students and communicating with them, and all that. So that really was something that was tiring. It definitely was tiring. And now this year, beginning of this year, I started finally hiring a team for my marketing, for my sales, for my as far as my instructors goes. So I was able to invest more money into that, so that way I can take more time off and focus on driving the company forward.
Awesome. So what first attracted you to Audate Media and Progreda?
So what attracted me was I met Andy through my other marketing guy. I'm gonna call him. I call my marketing guys, Sergio. He does my Facebook ads, and we were running Facebook ads. So my pain point at that point was that I was running Facebook ads to a Instagram DM, and I was overwhelmed. I didn't have any CRM system. I didn't have a system at all, to be honest. Everything was manually done. I couldn't keep track of things when I was giving them enrollments or giving them access to online course, as well as sending documents and contracts. All that was manually done by me. And that whole part was very tiring. Took a lot of time to enroll each student. So I was looking for a system, first of all. Second of all, Andy not only helped me with a system to put in place once I enrolled a student, but he is also helping me when it comes to marketing towards new students, to bring them into the academy. So now, especially because I've expanded the academy to work with a different marketing company. Well, they're technically a lead generating company. So they generate leads for beauty schools. They're one of the biggest in North America. And they are also using our system for that, because we wanted to keep everything in one place, to keep track of all the leads, to keep track of all the enrollments. and also to keep track of all the salespeople who are working on in the process, so we can keep obviously track of their stages in the pipeline. And again, not only that, we also set up automations. I never had automations before, workflows, so that was something that I love with Progreda, that is so intuitive and you can do whatever you want with it. As long as I feel like Andy did an amazing job setting everything up, but also I've learned a lot with him and with Felice and with Ellie and with you, Myra. So I learned a lot how to also work the system. So now I'm able to go in and create my own workflows, tweak them, test them, because a lot of it is testing as well. So I had to figure out the system, which wasn't hard, to be honest, to figure out. Like, it's pretty intuitive. And that's what I love about the system. And I am now able to, when I enroll or onboard a new person as a salesperson, it's easy for me to teach them how to use it.
Awesome. And I know, from working with you and knowing your history with us, that you have a lot of automation set up with your pipelines and opportunities. What has been your experience with that?
The experience has been great. I love that, for example, when a new student enrolls, as soon as they either pay on, because obviously one more thing too I want to mention, not only that I love that, but what really brought me to start working with Andy was what he said. One of the times we were talking, he said, like, I want to set this up for you so that way even when you're sleeping, you're still getting sales. You're still waking up to sales in the morning, which never happened to me before. I had to literally manually process each person on a call. Now I'm not even jumping on calls anymore. Literally, I haven't had a call with a student to enroll them in like over 2 months probably. And for me, what I love is that I am able to have sales. Like last night, I was sitting on my couch, like literally almost falling asleep. We're watching a movie with my husband, and I got a $6,000 sale last night from a student. That's my high ticket item. So that just came in on my Stripe, like boom, a new sale. And I'm like, whoa, like, and at first couldn't even figure out who the lead was, because the parent bought for the kid, right? Because I work with a lot of young girls. So I was going and I'm looking at his, because I can see the pipeline as well. I can see like where he went and where he enrolled and all that. And then I figured out it was a student. And that student we literally touched once, and we would just send information to that student in a sales page, and that student went in and bought. So we literally minimal conversation, versus again, before I had to jump on calls and do all that. So that took always forever. And this is just easier. And then what was your other question? I'm sorry, I got a little sidetracked.
It's okay. How has your experience been with using the pipeline and opportunities section?
Yeah. So what I also love, like I said, I have a sales page now finally where I can actually have people go in and purchase. Once they purchase everything, the automation gives them access to the online course, sends them confirmation emails. If they don't purchase, it keeps them in the 90-day follow-up sequence, which Andy set up for me as well. So it goes, it upsells, downsells as well. And that has been amazing. So everything is kind of flowing really easily now. Like I said, now things are much more automated versus how it used to be before, because before I only had one phase or one website, which was just like more like a landing page. There wasn't even an option to purchase, and that was it. Everything else was done through me.
So Progreda has really cut down your man time, right?
Yes, exactly. My man time, and also going on calls, like I said, because calls were, I've realized that, especially with younger students, they get sidetracked, and because I work with 18, 19, 20-year-olds, right? 25-year-olds. So they get sidetracked. They, forget about a call, that we have a scheduled call, and then chasing them with calls was a whole mess. This way, mostly everything I do now through, like I said, either DM or text message. And that has been a game changer. Like, I'm not even, like I said, jumping on calls anymore. I'm literally everything. Me and my virtual assistant, who Andy also helped me hire, work. She works from Philippines, and she does mostly sales through DMs and texts.
Yeah, so I do hear you mentioning that you get a lot of your sales through DMs. Do you mind explaining a little bit more how that is going for you?
Yeah, that has been going really well. So what we do you want me to tell you how my process looks like, or just?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we do is we run ads to DMs. Those are typically Instagram story, Facebook story ads showing how we, do makeup in academy, how we can teach them, how we can help them start a makeup artistry business. We're doing very well with ads right now. We're paying between like $4 to $5 max. I think we pay like $7 per lead. We take them to a DM and then we conversate with them. So automation takes over very organically, so it looks like it's a person texting with them, like, hey, thanks for reaching out, are you looking to start a business, what's your goal? So we first start with goals and kind of overcome some objections in the beginning. Over the automation takes it over. Then we do take over at some point manually. My assistant does, actually, because they start asking questions and they start telling us what they want to do. And I always like to position myself as an expert in the field first. And then we plug them into the second phase of the automation once they want more information about a program. And that's when we send them a sales page, which contains right now a video of me demonstrating the program, contains information about a program that Andy has built for me, and also the checkout pages. So we send them that information, and that's, like I said, the second part of automation. And then we try to close them at the end. So that, like I said, that has been going very well. There is always ways to improve, ways to tweak, ways to improve the conversion rates as well. So I'm constantly working on that, seeing what students are telling us, what is their objection. But overall, that's how our process looks like. And like I said, we have two programs. One is just online. One is online plus the hands-on in our Vegas Academy. And we have been closing a lot of students from out of state. We have students from Colorado, from Montana, from California, from Arizona, traveling to Vegas to take our classes. So that has been amazing.
Wow, that's amazing to hear.
Yeah.
What have you noticed from your conversion rate? What was your conversion rate before you started using Progreda compared to now?
My conversion rate was higher before, but not higher before just because I was, I want to clarify this. It was higher before because I was mostly doing everything organic. And I didn't really run a lot of ads before. So I didn't have a lot of leads before, right? So most of my leads were referrals or, people who know me from social media. So I had way less leads. So my conversion rate was higher. Right now, my conversion rate is lower, but because I do have, I get probably between myself and the other company we work with for lead generation, we get about probably over like 70 to 100 leads a day. You know what I mean? So those conversions take some more time. Those are more serious students, but they're also, some of them are just shopping around. Some of them are just like, oh, I like this, maybe next year, right? So it takes time to convert, and some of them do convert in the next 2-3 months. So right now, I don't know what my conversion rate is, to be honest, exactly, because we do have so many leads right now coming in. But also each of those leads take time to go through the pipeline and to do the research, and because a lot of those leads never heard of us as a company, versus before a lot of those leads were either following me or were referrals, so they were more hot. So that's why the conversion rate is different. But again, we do have a bigger influx of leads. And then what I love the most is now when I have a sale, or usually at the end of the month I do a sale or I do some type of special, I can do a blast to everyone, and then I enroll a lot of students that way as well. So before I used to, have to track everyone either on a spreadsheet or go through DM, see who was hot before, reach out to them again. So that took a lot of time.
All right, well, it's great to hear that's cut down some time and you are getting more leads.
Yeah.
What other successes have you had using Progreda?
Other successes, pretty much, we're definitely having more people enroll and having more people being able to control everything, being able to see everything in one place. I love that. And like I said, for me now it's just about scaling. So now I've tested the program. I've been working with Progreda since technically we started building it, I want to say in March or April. So it took about 2 months to build everything because my whole system was so complicated. But I also want to mention, like, my husband, he is also a Progreda user, or he's a Progreda customer. as well. His name is Ivan Ivanov. He's in insurance business, and I referred Andy to him. So you will do a podcast with him and he'll share his story, but he had amazing success with his Progreda as well. So now we are, me and my husband, literally like we're a Progreda family right now at this point. We love it. And we both have had such amazing success with Progreda just because now we have that system. Same thing with him. Like he was tracking all his leads on a piece of paper before. He was purchasing leads before, those leads were cold, versus now he, again, same as me, positioned himself as an expert in the field. He creates content on social media. And then those leads, when he runs ads, those leads are, he's paying $3 to $4 per lead right now versus before buying them for 20. And then also plugging them into automation and being able, for him, for example, he does book them on a call because he has to get them on a call. Has been really, really amazing. So both of us, again, we've seen huge success. And not only with the system, I don't want to just mention this as a system. Andy is a big part of this process because he has been someone who not only gave us access to the system, gave us access to the training, gave us access to your team, like Felice, Ellie, you, Myra, and everyone. But also like he follows up with us and he always asks us, hey guys, how can I help you today? How can I serve you today? How, what are you struggling with? He gives us a lot of how do you call those? A lot of advices of how to advance and what to do in marketing. It's not just about the system. System is just one part of the whole marketing, right? So there's so much more behind that, and he is a big part of why we decided to go with this. If this was just like an automated system where I don't even meet him as the owner or anyone else, I probably wouldn't have so much success. But I think that Andy is a big part of this, and he does help you with everything to set it up, and he's very hands-on as well. And every time I had an issue, or every time I had, I've had a lot of issues because my automation was, I feel like I was a special snowflake because my automation was so complicated with online, programs, giving accesses and all that. And really every time I had a problem, even after I was done with building everything, him and his team were very hands-on and always like, hey, how can we help you? How can we improve this? And every time I have some problem, they were there to fix it. So I really love that about Andy. So the investment has paid off multiple times.
I am glad to hear that. Yeah, Andy's really great. He's a really great mentor. He has a lot of experience, and he can talk to anyone. It's very inspiring.
Exactly. And that's again the reason why I trust him and why they decided to invest in this. Because I personally met him in my office building where I used to have an office, and he, when he started talking to me about the systems and about the marketing, about what he does, and he saw that I was already pretty knowledgeable about these things because I worked with coaches before, but all those coaches were just coaching me how to do it, versus Andy went and did it for me. So that's also one thing I love about Andy, that really, for the price I paid compared to other coaches I paid before who were just coaching me without actually having the system or doing it for me, really that this is like a no-brainer. So if anyone has a business where you're generating leads and you have to close those leads, obviously every business does, right? We all strive on sales. This is the best system, no matter what industry you're in.
Yeah, I love how Andy, he really, likes to know our clients, and he really likes to know you. That's really awesome. And then, so with Progreda, what other features were you surprised that it had, or that you've used and you're like, wow, this is amazing?
Well, I mean, Progreda had everything I needed. For me, most important was the online course. I was already using Kajabi, so we migrated everything to Progreda. It had obviously the CRM system, the opportunities to track automations, workflows, templates. I'm trying to think, like pretty much anything you want, Progreda can do for you. Like I'm trying, like, calendars, tracking different salespeople across the whole software. Obviously taking payments, integration with Stripe, like pretty much everything I needed had. Something that I was really surprised, also landing pages, websites, all that, They built me an ebook as well, which I love because ebook really does help with getting those cold leads to warm them up a little bit before the sale. So pretty much, I mean, everything I needed. That's what I really loved about it, because I was looking for one system at the price I'm paying. Really, this system is amazing. And it has all these features, so I can just plug them in, because before I didn't even have a CRM system. I was already paying Kajabi $200 a month. So I was spending so much more money before and not even having a proper system. Now everything is in one place. So I think that's what I love the most.
It's a one-stop shop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I do see that Progreda does have a couple features that a lot of other CRMs either charge more, or you kind of have to have more different subscriptions. Yeah. So for you, it hasn't lessened all the subscriptions you have for your business?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, it has. Definitely helps me save money as well.
That's great to hear. And I would again like to thank you for joining us and explaining your journey through us. And I'm so glad that you've been so successful through this, especially, I worked with you for a little while, so I'm really glad to hear that everything's going good. But thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Myra. Appreciate it. It was a pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.